And I hope I can skip this whole cutscene because we've already watched it. MediEvil.
For lang.
Ah, here we are again. I hope my voice is being recorded now. The controller seems to work at this very moment. Ay, what the hell was that about the controller before? It was really weird. Okay, I'm not gonna switch to creation this time. Although I really would have loved it if the voice acting was also done in creation, not just the writing, but also the voice acting. That would have been really fucking great, and I have never seen any game do that. This would have been revolutionary in some sort of way. Okay, let's start this. Our old friend the skeleton. Okay, we've seen all of this in the other stream before. Dan Skripta, raus aus den Fehlern. Okay, I know all of this. Yeah, so here we are again. Oh, I'm so sorry, I had to sneeze for a second. Holy damn. Okay, I'm gonna reshare the stream because, for fuck's sake. It had to break on me, you know? Oh, my neck. Okay, sharing it everywhere as quick and as fast as I can. Okay. I think I shared it everywhere. So, here we are again. I'm just gonna play the game now. Thank you, controller, for throwing me out of the game a few seconds ago. It was really nice of you, I have to say. Wait, I didn't hear the German voices. I wonder if they're the same.
Sir Daniel Fortescue, ist auferstanden.
Holy shit, it's this... It's the same voice acting like in the PS1 version! I'm surprised they got the same voice actors from the German version, like that's crazy. Have you watched the show The Boys? Me not, but my brother did, and he says that he really likes it. Ah yeah, the good old wall. Anyways, how are you doing, Johnny? For those who don't know, little tip, this wall can be destroyed later in the game, very later in the game, really late in the game. Ah, now we're gonna get the shield, I think. Boom! Ah, the daggers first, then the shields. Sploosh. Shield, the sword. Did you see the new trailer of Breaking Bad movie? Oh, I didn't even know it was already being in development. I thought the Breaking Bad movie was gonna come, I don't know, in... Oh! You can quickly switch weapons, that's pretty cool. You couldn't do that in the original. I mean, you could in the... Hey, that's really stupid, I hate it. The remake of the first game on the PSP, it did not have this feature. I'm doing good. I'm trying to find a job because no one has hired me, lol. Panachi's got an apartment close to where I live. Oh, that's cool. And not cool because you're not getting a job. That's not cool at all. Let's go to the graveyard, and I think the map looks really great, just saying that. Yeah, Johnny. That's really stupid. I have also been recently trying to find a new job. It's a little hard, but at least I got the confirmation that I'm probably gonna start next week somewhere. Oh, let's hear the music. I never really understood that. Why does it say Fortescue? Or wait a second. No, I haven't. I think I know why. Can I switch the camera so that I can see that somehow? That's not possible, okay. I like that they added the... Ah, okay, it makes sense now, because there is Dance Crypta somewhere. But this looks really cool. Panagis got fired from his job a week ago and no one is hiring him. What's wrong in the US that nobody takes anybody for a job? Over here people are begging that somebody comes. This looks so good, no joke. This looks way better than Crash and Saint Trilogy and Spyro. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge MediEvil fan, I'm just saying that because I mean, look at it. It looks literally like a Tim Burton movie. No joke. It's that good. Ah, the zombie. Zeh. He could actually be kicked from his apartment if he doesn't get a job since he has no money, but he's living with a roommate who is gay act. Uh-huh. Oh, this looks nice. Wait. Looks a little bit like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. A little bit. Baskin-Robbins is in need of someone, so I might get the job there. Oh, that's good. Hopefully you get the job. I mean, I do not recommend going to work, because work, it's not like the Germans used to say. Work makes you free. Feel free. No, actually, no, it does not. Look at that. This looks so beautiful. No joke. And then the lightning. This looks like a more cartoonier version of Dark Souls. I like it. I know it's a bad comparison, Dark Souls. People hate hearing it. And I'm not saying it because it's hard, I'm just saying it because I like the atmosphere. And Dark Souls atmosphere is really good. So, is Panda Jeans being a homosexual now, or what the hell is going on there? The style looks beautiful indeed. Woo! Guys, I just can't. This looks so great. This looks so great. This is like a... Remember 2 or 3 years ago when I predicted the announcement of this game? I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did. If I wouldn't have done that, then who knows what it... Okay, I know it's obviously not my fault that the game is being released in October or something. It's just that, I don't know, I feel it was destiny that I predicted the release of this game. I mean the announcement. It feels like a great destiny. But so far I don't really notice much new. I mean the zombies look different, that's for sure. You can actually make out that they look like zombies. Ah. So Johnny, what's... Panagis is attracted to only Asian women, but he needed a roommate and he found one who was actually homo. I visited his apartment and... Hi. Wait, I need to look that up on the phone. I have the feeling that the message didn't completely get over here. I visited his apartment and his roommate kept staring at me. Well, that's because you're probably such an... You know, gay people really like Latinos. At least I think so, because women really love Latinos and gay people are like the man version of women, so... Yeah. I guess... Johnny! By the way, he did not mean, the guy in your stream did not say angle, he meant angel, because look at that. She can open the door. Ooh, you could get the chalice now. Just wanted to give you this little tip for when the game releases. It seems like you get the chalice much faster now, because I remember that you had to really fight a lot of people before you get the chalice. And despite what many people say, the first game is actually not my favorite. No. My favorite MediEvil game is actually the second. I really freaking love that game. Oh, we can get the chalice, that's great. Another tip, you can actually get up here and get this these chest crates. I know all of this because I own the game. And I also own the demo disc of the game. And I played that countless of hours. Actually, the demo on the PS1, from what I heard, was much better. A lot of people are disappointed with this demo because it's just one level. I mean, I don't mind it much. It's probably for the better that I don't see too much of this game because it's releasing soon anyway. Ah yeah, also another tip, Johnny. This door you can open at the later points in the game because you actually need to return to this level. I didn't see that when playing. Well, yeah, I'm helping out as much as I can. Like, I'm a real expert when it comes to MediEvil 1 because I played that game twice. The only thing I'm not an expert on is the final boss because I fucking hate the final boss. So, but I gotta say, I really like the new gargoyle designs. They look really cool. Oh, he's sad now. Okay, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna buy something. Because he's happy now. This game is playing with my emotions. Yes! Fuck yeah! The Deep family. The Brian Deepkin. Actually, what is that? Ah, okay, I get it. Wait, I do not get it. What is that? What is that thing under my life bar? That is new. That was not in the original. What is that? I really have no idea. Shut up, zombies. The Deep family, I went to Brand's house for dinner last week. Oh, holy shit. What did he make? Sweet Lolitas? Let's see if this has... Oh, nice, it has an animation. Come on. His whole family was there. Sorry to say this, but for some reason I read his whore family was there. Well, this is different. I don't remember it being this overflooded with water. Little tip again, at the lane reported the game you can actually get under this bridge. Or was it this bridge? I'm not quite sure. But you actually return to some levels quite often. And I'm finished with the demo, that's a real shame. What are you saying?
Vorsicht! Hinter diesen Toren wartet Zarok und heckt mit den Dämonen aus dem Mausoleum bereits die übelsten Pläne aus. Ein kleiner Niemand sollte sich schleunigst aus dem Staub machen.
To be honest, the original demo was like half an hour long. It was half an hour long because you can play as much as you want to play the demo. I thought the demo was going to end with the glass monster. Well, yeah, I can see why. I mean, the original demo on the PS1, the one that I have, it was half an hour long. You can even get beyond the glass demon if you were fast enough. You can get to the... I think the furthest you can get was the... Scarecrow farm? I think that this is the farthest you can get. I'm gonna play it again just because I did have quite a lot of fun. Let's see how fast I can beat it with the chalice. Let's make a little challenge out of this. A chalice out of this. Okay, let's go. I actually don't need a shield. I also don't need the daggers, fuck. Just get this and they're done. Yeah, real shame the demo isn't longer, I really have to say. Yeah, I wish it was till the glass demon. I mean, everybody has seen the fucking glass demon anyway. He's all over the trailers. So... yeah, it's quite stupid to not make the demo end at the glass demon boss battle, because it would have been an epic ending. Although, I can probably see why they did that. It takes also quite some time to get to the glass demon. I mean, they could have... let's not say that the demo should have ended at the glass demon. Let's say the demo should have ended as soon as you have beaten the mausoleum, the second level. Brian bought 3 Big Macs one time. Oh, holy shit. Did you know? Double Big Macs. Double Big Macs. I've never seen a fucking double Big Mac in my life before, but McDonald's Philippine has that. They even have Mac Spaghettis. No joke. I've never heard of these things before. We do not have that over here, but McDonald's Philippines, they do. I love the animation. I love this fucking game. It looks so good. No joke. I already love it. I have the feeling this is gonna be top game for me. Not only top game of the year, but also top PS4 game. Alongside Judgment and Torchlight and what else did I play this year? Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was really fucking great. Ah yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Death Stranding is also coming out soon. I really can't wait to play that game. Death Stranding looks really great. I mean, there's a lot of controversy going around, but I don't really give a shit. The game still looks really cool. I don't care if people say there's still problems with it. I wonder if Double Big Mac exists in the US. Ah, yeah, true. I heard about it. There's like a sequel to the Shining movie, which is kind of weird if you think about it. How the hell are we gonna continue that? I'm pretty sure the original book also just ended. Okay, I know the movie is different than the book. They're actually really different. It's really different from the book, from what I know. Let's open that door. Let's get up here. Yeah, actually you just refreshed my memory. I really forgot about the Shining sequel coming out. But now I know. The Shining sequel is coming out at some point. I don't know if it's this year or next year. I'm not extremely excited, but I am really willing to watch it because I really like Stephen King movies. And what I've watched recently was It 2. It 2 is bloody fantastic. It's probably the best movie I've seen this year. I really like the characters, the humor was fucking great. The jump scares, while there were probably too many, they still kind of got me from time to time. Stephen Hawking actually made a sequel to the book, Doctor Sleep. Well, that's a fucking joke now, isn't it? Danny Tolerance is played by Ewan McGregor and it comes out this November. Speaking of Ewan McGregor, I heard there's like a Star Wars TV show coming out called Obi-Wan or something, and he's gonna be Obi-Wan again. That's bloody fantastic. I like Ewan McGregor. He's a good actor. I think he's better than most actors nowadays are. There's a lot of overrated actors. Did you hear about the Megan Fox scandal? She's trying to get popular again by addressing her oldest son like a girl. I mean, okay, people can wear what the hell they want, but it's kind of weird if a parent is pushing his little son to wear girls' clothing and dresses that girls wear. Yeah, it's a miniseries they're making. Yeah, the miniseries. Yeah, Megan Fox. Straight up, when I heard the news about her and her son, I was like, oh wait, Megan Fox, yeah, she was a real thing. I forgot about her because she kind of drowned in the mud of forgettability. I hate my words. I haven't heard of the Megan Fox scandal. Oh, it's really... I've read all over it at Twitter, and yeah, I started a few arguments about if men should wear dresses or not with somebody. Some guy said men's wearing dresses, they should do it because it's the Egyptians did it too, and the Scottish people also do it, and it looks gay. But I disagree. What the hell is so gay about a kilt? A kilt is a kilt. Egyptian clothing is culture, and it looks badass. Without the Egyptian clothing, we probably wouldn't have many things. I mean, what's the big deal? What's the big deal with Egyptian clothing? I saw her co-star Shia LaBeouf crying in the Buffalo YouTube video. Well, I haven't heard about that, but if you send me a link or something, then I'm really willing to check that out at some point. I'm really glad this game has cosmetics, like the helmet you can obtain. I'm gonna play the demo now like a couple of times because I don't know, I don't want the stream to end already. It would be a way too short stream, in my opinion. Well, that's because the demo is so goddamn short. They should have made more of it. Like, can you make out something in this? Like, okay, this is Dan's crypta. I think over there you can see the wood level over there somewhere. I'm not quite sure. At the very right, you can actually see the woods level if I'm correct. I'm not sure. You do definitely not see the mausoleum. You cannot see that. It's not viewable. Ah, you sent me the video. The video. Let's check that out. I'm surprised Shia LaBeouf is like... I'm surprised Shia LaBeouf is actually still alive. I thought he was moving to Finland, from what I heard at one time. Ah yeah, let's check the Breaking Bad trailer. I mean, I have watched the whole show back when the... What was the latest season when I started watching? I think it was the last season. It's Jesse! Jesse's in the trailer. Well, obviously it's gonna be a continuation story of Jesse. I like that they added something in the background, like this is really cool. I hope I don't get copyright strike for the music in the trailer. Yeah. Jesse got quite old, I have to admit. I mean, after making so many drugs, I can only imagine. I'm still mad that one... I'm gonna call it math professor fucking died in that one factory. He was like the nicest dude ever. I'm really wondering what the hell they're gonna do with this Breaking Bad movie. I mean, the story ended with the show. They're kinda just cashing in, I guess. Mike's gonna come back as a flashback. Just was wiped by the Nazi guard. Good. Nazi is good. Huh. New entry in the Gallomir book. Where is that Gallomir book? Wait a second. Ah, aha! Wait a second. Hey. Ah, there it is, the Gallomir book. Hey! It's Morton! Fucking nice. I'm glad they added Morton into the game. Holy shit, this is way more than in the original. I'm pretty sure these are more bosses. What else do we have? Oh my. Yeah, that's a lot of... Uh-huh. Oh, look at that! Look at that! I'm wearing my helmet! How would you have handled Walter White's ending? Well, to be honest, I have no idea. I mean, to be quite honest, I didn't really like the ending of Breaking Bad. In general, I gotta say, the show got on my nerves in the last season. It really annoyed me, the show, in the last season. Exactly like shows like The Walking Dead started to annoy me after some time. Some of my favorite characters constantly die. What the fuck is the matter with that? The people I want to die, they stay alive. I mean, it sounds harsh, sure. The people in the shows I want to die, okay? That's a different thing. Yeah, this is... I don't know. That's why I don't really watch many shows like these. But what I did start watch recently is like this Korean police TV show on Netflix. It's called Possessed. It's like about this guy this policeman who suddenly finds a girl and she sees ghosts or something like that. It's a really good show though. I really like that. And what I'm also watching is don't laugh, Jane the Virgin. I'm watching the show Jane the Virgin. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but I'm watching Jane the Virgin. It's a pretty nice drama show. The Walking Dead went bad after Rick Grimes' actor left. Totally agree. I mean, it already went downhill for me when they killed off that Asian dude. And then they added these buying characters. It was really... It's so clear they just want to cash in on modern day society. I don't know. I don't know why TV shows... Like, I don't know... Have you watched any of the DC TV shows? They're doing that so much. It's getting annoying. It's like you're watching the same show every time. It's like a different iteration. The Flash, Supergirl, Gotham. Although Gotham is quite nice, to be honest. I enjoyed watching that. But it did get really annoying with that wife of Gordon. I really fucking hate her. She's annoying as hell. Little Batman, Little Brat, I don't really like him. I like the Butler. I like Alfred. Yeah, Alfred's cool. God, then we have Supergirl, that show where the only good character is Supergirl. You haven't watched any DC shows? You know, it's the DC shows are like their own universe. It's like the MCU, but I think they call it the Arrowverse for some reason, because the Arrow was the first show. But if anything, they should call it the Smallville-verse, because that was the first DC show I can remember that was really popular back then. My father really loved watching Smallville. I watched it with him a couple of times, but I was really young to understand anything. But I'm watching the Joker movie. Yeah, I'm also gonna watch it when it releases. It still didn't release here. Like, there is no German dub yet. But I'm waiting for it. I'm really waiting for it. Because Joker, the movie looks really good, and Jacqueline Phoenix is a fantastic actor. Jacqueline Phoenix is a fantastic actor, without a doubt. I think he and Johnny Depp are top actors to me. These two guys are really great. When it comes from a performance standpoint, from acting, from taking the role serious, they do it really well. Smallville is coming back in Arrowverse with the actors. Really? I thought the main actor of Superman in that show didn't really want to act anymore. You know, like Ron Weasley from Harry Potter, who also doesn't really want to act anymore. But after all, he came back. He has this one show. I forgot the name of. What was that one show that Ron Weasley is on? Where he's like a drug dealer? No, not a drug dealer. Nah, he's like a. Nah, he's also not a murderer. What did he do again? I forgot completely the whole story and premise of the show. I mean, I did not finish the show yet because it got annoying again. It went on my nerves with how many characters died, and it was fucking stupid. Smallville. Yeah, I just read that. Oh, welcome to the stream, guys. Yeah. I don't know. I'm surprised that the Smallville actors are coming back. I really am. Wait, actually, how the fuck they're gonna do that? There's so many actors who stopped acting. I think one of them even died. And then there's that one blonde girl from Smallville that is in jail currently because she's in a sex club or something like that. She's in a sex club. News outlets are saying the Joker movie will create psychopaths and the director had to address the controversy. Huh? How is that? What? How is it gonna create psychopaths? I don't get it. Now, what I really wish this demo would have is after you collect the chalice and leave the level, that you could at least go to the hero's place, you know? Because you collect the chalice so that you can go to the hero's place. Actually, Johnny, I'm gonna tell you what's going on with these chalices. In every level, you have to kill enough enemies to gain 100%, and then you can collect the chalice. But you need to find it somewhere scattered around the level. And if you collect a chalice in each level, at the end of the level you get teleported to the hero's place. And at the hero's place you can actually obtain completely new weapons. You gotta talk with the heroes and you get new weapons for free. That's why it's actually really great to collect the chalices. Like in my playthrough of the original game, I collected all of them. Because yeah, I wanted all the weapons, and some of the best weapons you can get from collecting the chalices. One of my favorite weapons is the hammer and the blue sword that you get very late into the game. Yo, Shadow, the ultimate hedgehog, welcome to my stream. What's going on, dude? Oof! We're just talking about so many things right now, about DC, about TV shows, about MediEvil. This is like my third playthrough of the demo right now, and I'm gonna play through it again. Because I'm having really fun talking right now with you guys. How are you doing, Shadow? I'm so glad the German voice acting is good in this game. There's so much crap coming out with terrible voice acting. Especially TV shows. I don't know what's going on, but the recent German TV shows have sometimes god-awful voice acting, no joke. Especially animes. German animes. They have sometimes terrible voice acting. I mean, you have some good ones here and there, but yeah, you know. I'm good, yourself? Well, I'm really good. I feel really fine. I feel really fine. I'm really glad that you're asking. I'm good. I'm good. Did you see the Last of Us 2 new trailer? Actually, I stayed awake last night for 4 more hours to watch the state of play. And I don't know. I don't know. Many people were disappointed. I think it was pretty neat state of play. I think it was better than the last one. Because what I really liked about the state of play was there were a lot of new games, and I'm glad about that. I know a lot of people want to see old stuff being remastered or old stuff getting sequels, which is all fine. But I don't know. I prefer new games over getting remasters or sequels all the time. I also believe some games really don't need sequels. Some games are perfect without sequels. I'm glad MediEvil got a remake, without a doubt. I actually wanted that. I wanted a MediEvil remake because the last one did poorly. Yeah. You asked about the Last of Us trailer. Yeah, and I'm gonna answer that now. I did see the Last of Us trailer. It looked interesting, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna get it because I really like the first one, without a doubt. Joel is such a fucking badass to play, no joke. But Ellie? I don't know. I was not really the biggest fan of her in the original game, and yeah, I'm not sure if a whole game where you just play as her is really gonna grab me into the franchise more. Unless they make you play as other characters in the game too, because that would be pretty fucking cool. And I'm also wondering if the game's gonna be open world. Wait a minute. Oh no. I'm also wondering if the game is going to be open world. Like from the trailers it looked like the game's gonna be open world. Game of Thrones Season 8 won Best Drama Show in the Emmys. Seriously? I think the last season, from what I heard by some of my friends and all who watch the show quite frequently, they say they were really disappointed. I think you can play as Joe, but he won't be the protagonist. That's a real shame. The biggest badass is replaced by somebody who is quite badass, but not as badass as Joe. Definitely. This game is 60 FPS, I love it! I love 60 FPS, it's so great! So Shadow, what brought you in here? How did you get to the stream? Just wondering. Oh yeah, did you ever watch Jane the Virgin? I'm wondering if you watch these kind of shows like Jane the Virgin, or if I'm the only one who sometimes watches these kind of shows. I wanted Better Call Saul to win, but they probably gave it Game of Thrones because it was the final year. To be honest, for the last couple of years I forgot that Better Call Saul was even a thing. I watched the first season, I really enjoyed it. Saul is a funny character. But yeah, I don't know. After that, I didn't really knew that there were more seasons coming out, and then I kind of forgot about it. I've never watched Jane the Virgin. Okay. I don't know. I just started watching Jane the Virgin a lot recently. I mean, I have been watching it for a couple of months already on TV, but I got it on Netflix now, and I'm watching the whole season. Watching the first season currently, and yeah, it's quite different than the rest of the show. I mean, later on the show turns more comedy, but the first season is very, very drama. Season 3 onward are the best. Through Johnny's Discord. Oh, that's nice. What I didn't do yet is reading all the books. What is he saying?
Manchmal kann es nützlich sein, die Welt aus einer anderen Perspektive.
Ah, okay, makes sense. They brought Gus, Ring, and other antagonists from Breaking Bad. That's interesting. Look at that, it's Dark Souls. Whew. Actually, I'm sick. I should be going to work these 3 days, but I didn't go. I said that I'm sick. I mean, I am quite sick, I have to say. I do have, like... I had a really bad stomach ache yesterday, and today I had a lot of really good chat. Obviously.
Vergesst nicht, der Blick eines Engels bringt alles ans Licht.
Ah, look, Johnny. The game even told you about the angel, but you didn't do it. Nice. Oh, I like you, Johnny. I like you, Johnny. You're a great pal. Imagine if George R.R. Martin dies before he releases the final Game of Thrones book. Well, that would be fucking weird. Speaking of George R.R. Martin, I watched like a Modern Family, the new season yesterday, and there was an episode where they made fun of Game of Thrones, and they're like watching the show. It was called Clash of Swords, I think, or Game of Swords. I'm not quite sure. And they went into the convention. The guy was called what's his name? Brian J.J. Martin or something. That was the name of the director of the show. And holy shit, they made Game of Thrones fans look like the biggest fucking nerds in that episode. But let's be honest, if you think about it, everybody's a nerd for something. I'm completely nerdy for gothic horror stuff like MediEvil. Like, no joke, anything that's like that's super close to MediEvil, with such an art style, with such an atmosphere, with this music. I love it. I fall in love with it. I love Nightmare Before Christmas, even though it's from the Devil's Company, which is Disney. I hate Disney. Then again, actually, it's by Tim Burton, and I trust Tim Burton more than Disney. So yeah, doesn't count as a Disney movie for me. Anyway, I like also Nightmare Before Christmas. I love stuff like Bloodborne and Castlevania. It's fucking great. Brian does look like George R. Martin. Why? Because they're fat, or what's the reason? What's the reasoning behind this statement? I'm glad they took Spider-Man out. Exactly. So I'm not the only one. I'm super glad they took Spider-Man out of the MCU, because I really did not like Spider-Man in the MCU. Nothing against the character, nothing against Tom Holland. No. The character's also not bad, per se. It's just that they made him such a fucking cocksucker. Okay, it sounds stupid, but no joke. The way how he glashes, is that a real word? I think it is. How he glashes and glimpses upon Tony Stark is so fucking annoying to me. Mr. Stark, I died. Mr. Stark, I have no idea what to do. Mr. Stark, I need money for college. Or something like that. It's funny seeing all the MCU fans cry about it. Yeah, Spider-Man relies on Iron Man too much. Tim Burton makes good gothic horror movies. I know, right? I watched Sleepy Hollow by Tim Burton, which is also fucking great. I watched Edward with the Scissorhands, which is also a fucking great movie. I watched Nightmare Before Christmas, amazing movie. I watched Bride's Corpse, which is also a really good movie by Tim Burton. I even like that Mars Attacks by Tim Burton. But one movie I don't really like from Tim Burton is his iteration of Planet of the Apes. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense. His version of Planet of the Apes is really weird. But yeah, Spider-Man relies too much on Iron Man. It's a fact. It's the truth. It's annoying. I don't know. I don't like that about the MCU. I don't like the MCU in general, I have to say. I did like it in the beginning with the Avengers movies and with Iron Man and stuff like that. I didn't really care much about Captain America because, I don't know, he's kind of stupid concept-wise to me. In my opinion, I think the Amazing Spider-Man movies were more Spider-Man than MCU version. Definitely. Nothing against... I have to say, the Amazing Spider-Man movies were quite fucking weird. Especially the second, especially how the Green Goblin looked at that movie, it was weird for me. But the first one was fine, I liked the first one. I think it had quite its charm, its moments, its parts that were really enjoyable to me. Yeah, I really liked it. I have no problem with the Amazing Spider-Man 1. I do have a problem with Amazing Spider-Man 2 though. I have problems with that, definitely. Especially because it ended on a cliffhanger. To some extent, you could say. Norman Osborn decapitated head. Yeah. I mean, nothing can beat the original Spider-Man trilogy. Even the third movie is good to me. A lot of people hate that third movie from Sam Raimi. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great comedy movie. I know that's not what they intended. Well, to be honest, okay, I'm not sure about that. Yo, welcome to my stream. Sai? Sai? Is that the Sai I'm thinking about? I'm pretty sure it's the Sai I'm thinking about. Hey, wait a minute, let's make this playthrough a little different. Let's just walk with the arm, nothing else. I'm not even gonna pick the healing potion. Just with the arm. Just with the arm, and that's it. After that we're gonna do a playthrough with the daggers. That's gonna be fun. I mean, you can play this game in so many fucking different ways. It's always gonna be a joy to play differently. So many memories coming out of this game, no joke. It was the only popular superhero series to kill off the female love interests in that time. That's true. I didn't really notice that. And the funny thing is, it killed off the love interests. Yeah, it did. It did kill the love interest. That's true. Well, but I don't know why people blame Sony and hate on Sony the whole fucking time about that Spider-Man thing. I think now if people really look into it, they're gonna see Disney is the problem here. Sony is doing nothing wrong. And I mean, yeah, sure, Sony did quite a lot of shit back then. Yeah, holy fuck, this looks really funny. Sony did do quite a lot of shit with Amazing Spider-Man 2, but that's where it ends for me. Okay, yeah, sure, they did also that one shit with Andrew Garfield, but these two things, that's it. That's where it ends to me. I don't think they did too much wrong. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, you could throw the arm, I remember. Disney wanted the money from the Venom 2 movie. Well, they can fucking forget that. It's Sony's movie, they made it. Well, in all honesty, Sony also kind of... because most of the money came from Sony that went into the production of this movie. Most of the money came from Sony, from what I've read. It's mainly Sony's fault we got the MCU Spider-Man movies anyway. and people are acting like they're the big nemesis, the big enemy, the big monster that is killing off their favorite web swinger. I don't know, people are really weird. I gotta say like this, most of the people who are blaming about this, they're not even comic fans or anything like that. They're not reading the comics, they have no knowledge about anything. They're not looking into the stuff, they're just looking at the movies and saying, yeah, this is the way everything has to be. If it isn't like the movies, then it's not original to me, it's not real. Look, I have no problem with different versions of Spider-Man, that's okay and all. But I don't know, the MCU version was a really, really dumb, convoluted story. But I have to say one thing. Far From Home, no, not Far From Home, Homecoming had a pretty good twist. I did not see that coming. It had a really good twist. I really didn't see coming. Most of the Tom Holland fans that I've seen are fangirls that don't know anything. Yeah, true. Well, that's the thing. Let's make every fucking superhero actor sexy so we get the female audience to see it. I don't know. Well, how about we just take some average fucking looking guys, or I don't know, can you take somebody ugly or weird looking, like the guy who plays the Tick in the original The Tick live action show. I don't think any fangirl is gonna hang a poster of that guy in her room. Let's do it like that, yeah, let's do it like that, that would be fantastic. Like I said, I have no problem with Tom Holland, but he recently made this one statement. I was really, I don't know. It was so fucking stupid. He said, I hope that I get to play. I don't know what he said. He said something like, I hope I get to play a gay Spider-Man. Where I was cringing. I was just cringing. This has nothing to do with showing off different sexualities or love. It's just we're gonna sexualize the character to such a huge extent that we get every fucking audience to watch it. Let's make Spider-Man a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex next, so that fucking dinosaurs fans are gonna watch the Spider-Man movies. I know, this is probably a dumb fucking rant right now, but I don't know. Why the fuck do they have to make everything something popular? We're gonna make Spider-Man a hipster. We're gonna make Spider-Man a gay man. Sorry. That sounded like he's switching superhero names. Sorry. Tom Holland is ungratefully because he unfollowed Sony. Yeah, he unfollowed Sony, the guys who gave him the job in the first place. Fuck you. I don't know why this is always happening, but seriously, I hate it. I fucking hate it. When I watched, what show was that? I watched Supergirl recently. I don't know why. I was so fucking sure they're gonna make her a lesbian at some point, just because modern day people are all gay or something like that. I don't know. This is not a rant about gay people per se. It's. I'm just gonna say it like that. This is a rant about these fucking TV networks that think they have to make everything like that so that this specific group of people come to watch that shit. Yo, especially the Spider-Man stuff. Why make him gay? That's so fucking stupid. I mean, yeah, sure, Spider-Man makes some weird comments in the comic here and there, but he's definitely not gay. Why the fuck? I mean, they have gay characters in the Marvel universe. Just take them and make a movie. But no, don't take Spider-Man. Are you fucking ludicrous? I mean, ludicrous. This is. I'm just gonna say this is retarded to do. This is a very retarded thing to do. And it's just done for fangirls. There is no other reason why it's being done. There's no other reason. Brian is happy that Spidey got out of the MCU because of the homo statement that Tom made. Yeah, I can imagine. And the the way I know how Disney is recently, I know they would fucking do it. They would do it. They would have made Spider-Man game. They would have made him... Yo, I'm pretty fucking sure they would have made a whole movie about him, I don't know, craving cocks or something like that. I'm pretty sure they would have done that. It's Disney we're talking about. They do anything to get money. It's just so that fangirls don't have to go on the internet to look up, I don't know, gay porn or something like that. Their dream is coming true. Tom Holland is having sexual intercourse with Iron Man or something like that. The tick poster in a girl's room. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's so weird for me to imagine that, but it would be funny. I mean, sure. Let's be honest. The Tick to me is better than the whole MCU. No joke. Did I ever watch an MCU movie I really like? Well, I did recently watch Thor Ragnarok. I think it was a comedy movie. I know that it was mainly comedy, but the comedy was so fucking dumb to me. It was super awkward, super cringe-worthy for me to watch the whole movie. I know they're making Magneto and Professor X black. Wait, what? Okay, I know this sounds racist, but why the fuck are people doing that? I have nothing against black people or black versions of people. After all, comics are known for having different versions of different characters in different universes, but... Black Magneto, what? How is that gonna work? Is he still gonna be a Jew when he's black, or... Because Magneto is a Jew. Magneto is a Jew. Are they gonna make him black? A black Jew? I mean, it's not like this doesn't exist. There are black Jews. In fact, real Jews are black. And white Jews are the false. If we go from a historical standpoint, but... Is he gonna be a Jew? That's so fucking rare nowadays. That I doubt it. That they're gonna make... It would be weird. Magneto is Jewish in the comics, and it's part of the backstory, but they're making him black. Yeah. How? I mean, like I said, it's not like there aren't black Jews. I have seen some. I have seen many. But I don't know, it's really bizarre. It's really bizarre, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, they're coming up with the weirdest of fucking shit. Are the X-Men movies still at Fox? Or is that also Disney now? Imagine they change it to something about the blacks getting treated bad by white. I mean, it's not like we didn't have that story like a couple of times. Of course, we need to raise warnings. There is racism in the world, there is violent people, but I have seen this shit so many times now that it's really pointless to make these kind of movies. I think the message is getting through a lot of people, and the people who are not getting the message will probably never get the message because they don't want to get the message. This is the way I see it. It's like with political music. When people sing about we need to be friends, we need to be all liberals or something like that, it's like, yeah, okay, that's fine and all. But the people who are listening to the music already know that. I'm pretty sure the new people who are listening to this, they're not gonna like it because they're not liberals or something like that. Fox is owned by Disney and X-Men has ended this year. Wolverine died in 2017 though. Oh shit. I didn't know that. No joke, I'm gonna just enjoy my fucking Jaffa cake right now. Oh, speaking of Jaffa, I had ice cream flavored... No, I had Jaffa flavored ice cream recently. You can't imagine how good this shit tastes. It was really great. I also had Snickers flavored ice cream recently. This was also really good. I need to call my job work today to say that I'm not gonna come tomorrow as well. Because I do not feel better at all. Twink, twink. Wow. You know what's funny about Disney? You know what's really funny? All the remakes of Disney that are coming out recently, they're just coming out so that Disney does not lose the license to these franchises. One such example, I think it was The Lion King. Disney almost lost the license or something because it was gonna be public domain. But then they released the remake so that they can still hold on to that franchise for quite some long time. It's ridiculous, I know. That's the only reason Disney does these movies, not out of pure passion. It's just to cash in on nostalgia and to keep on holding the fucking license for these franchises. That's the typical Disney way, and this is one of many reasons why I really hate Disney. They're not what they used to be. They're definitely not what they used to be. Disney was better back then, when they had original movies, mature movies, movies that didn't always rely on pop culture, on modern day society things. I mean, yes, the 90s were a little bit like that, but then again, we're speaking of the 90s, and the 90s are a cool time. The 90s are cool. It's a fact that the 90s are cool. Yeah, they are greedy. Disney is really greedy. Okay, guys, now we're gonna do a run where I just play the level with the dagger. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, Disney are greedy. It's a known fact. I think, and I have the funny feeling there's gonna be a Nightmare Before Christmas remake that's gonna be CGI. Why? Because Disney wants to have the license. They want to have the license, and if they don't do that, then I think it's gonna go back to Tim Burton or something. I think that's the reason why Tim Burton was a little upset at Disney for this. Disney's like Activision. I would say worse, they are like EA. No, Konami. They're like Konami. Konami to me is the worst out of all. EA is on second place, and then we get Activision, and then we go with behavior games. Fuck behavior games. I hate these guys. The only thing they're doing is eating every day. Every time I go on their Facebook page to see if they're developing new games, I see pictures of them eating at the table, lunch break, just eating. They can't do anything else than eating. Behavior games, they're not a development studio, they're a fucking kitchen studio. All they do every day is eating. Eating. And the games they release are so fucking shit. They are broken. They have bad graphics. They play like shit. They have bad controls. What's going on there? Behavior games, you used to be a somewhat decent developer back then. What the fuck happened with you? You have over 100 employees, and all they're doing is eating. They're having lunch break all the fucking time. They're not doing anything. I know I sound fucking stupid now, I'm just ranting the whole time. But fuck behavior games. Fuck them, no joke. They're not doing anything. They're not real developers. I hate it. They fucking ruined the Warhammer license with, what was it? Warhammer Eternal Crusade. No joke. Are these guys on fucking drugs when they made that game? That game is nothing like the Warhammer universe. Seriously. Motherfuckers. So, sorry that I'm really harsh right now, but it's behavior games we're talking about. Okay, you know what? Fuck this. Behavior games is on number one of the worst fucking video game developers I know. Who gives a shit about Phoenix games? At least they release something that you can enjoy. There's a lot of people on Twitter that saw who said if there would ever be a movie that has a better battle scene in Endgame. Oh my goodness, are you serious? I mean, I haven't seen Endgame yet. I have not seen it. I'm gonna completely admit it. But I sure as hell know one thing. It's not... these guys who say that they have not watched many movies. I know that. I can say that. They definitely didn't watch many... Wait a minute. Wasn't there a special attack with the daggers? Yes, there was. Yeah, you can actually... slashing through. This is great. I love this game. This game makes me happy. Why can't behavior games make games like this? Anyways, fighting scenes in movies. There are many great fighting scenes in movies. Star Wars has many great fighting scenes in movies. These are obviously better than Avengers Endgame fighting scenes. I can already say that, and I haven't seen the movie. What else is there? What the fuck? Can you die? There is, animes have really great fighting scenes, at least anime movies, not really so much the shows because they are animated quite poorly. Ah, okay. You cannot get the chalice. Huh. Fucking die already, what's the matter? There's a lot of people on Twitter. Oh yeah, I've just read that. Yeah, I completely agree with you. These guys haven't really watched any movies lately. These guys are total posers. Oh my god, this weapon is fucking nice. Look how these enemies ragdoll when I shoot them with that. Wait, come on, do that. This is cool. Ah, this game, it puts a smile onto my face, no joke. It's really fun. Okay, let's talk with you, because I want some daggers. And again. Get the fuck away from you, stupid zombos. As soon as we start talking about corporations like Disney, MCU, Marvel movie studios. Oh god, one thing that pisses me so off about Disney is since they got the license for the Star Wars comics, the comics got fucking boring and shit all of a sudden. The comics that were done by Dark Horse Comics before, I have some, they were really good. I love the Dark Horse comics of Star Wars. They're so good. They go in depth of each character. They're not adding nonsense sexuality stuffs that nobody's asking for, apart from fangirls. You sent me a link, let's watch that. The guy who made this commercial should fucking die. Oh, Elisha's would laugh. I've seen this video recently. Yeah. It's quite funny. Did you kick? Are you kicking balls? I love that. Lord of the Rings as well. Ah, yeah, I agree. Lord of the Rings is pretty fucking great. The fighting scenes are also really fun, I think. The problem with the Lord of the Rings movies is that I forget them a lot. I forget many of the stuff that happens in these movies for some reason. Although I think the Lord of the Rings movies, they're great. They are really fun. But speaking of fun, I think the daggers are very much improved in this version of the game. In the original game I never used them, but over here it's kind of fun to use them because the enemies are ragdolling all the time. Big blue eyes, yes. Why? I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da dee da ba da. I hate this fucking song. I have a blue house with a blue window. Blue is the color of all that I wear. I'm just saying, you're definitely not able to use the daggers in every level like that. There's some levels in the game that go absolutely insane when it comes to the difficulty. For example, I really hate that one level where you're fighting against the mummies in this game. No, it's not mummies. It's these guys who are hanging on a rope. You're fighting against these guys who are hanging on a rope. I hate this level. I'm head out. It's late now. Good night, mate. Oh, good night, dude. Thanks for joining the stream. It was really fun. Definitely brought in some topics that were really nice to talk about. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that was quite a lot to talk about. And I think I should actually end also soon. But I guess I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more playthroughs of this demo before I don't know, delete the demo? I got another demo as well today. I downloaded the Contra demo of the new Contra game. It looks so bizarre. The first time I saw the game, I laughed my ass off because we all know Konami did this so that they can just, you know, maintain the license of the Contra franchise. A franchise they have been really doing justice since, I don't know, the PS2 era. Yeah, the PS2 era. There were 2 PS2 Contra games, I think. And that's about it. That's about it. There was nothing more. I'm actually kind of thirsty. I'm gonna get myself my energy. Fly with me to the other side of beauty. Let's go. Whew. Anyways, what's going on, guys? Is there anything you wanna talk about? Just write it in the comments. I can talk for hours about certain topics. I'm drinking an energy drink right now. It's a blueberry energy drink from the company Kong Strong. I don't know. Did any of you guys ever hear about the company Kong Strong? It's a company that has like a gorilla as their mascot, and stinky. No, the gorilla. I love the way he walks. It looks really fun. It looks so goofy. Oh yes, yes! I forgot about it. This game is. No, I don't want a sword. Shit. No, I don't want a sword. I completely forgot about it. This game is getting like a comic or something like that. There's actually a comic coming out, which is like a prequel to this game. It's telling the backstory of how he really was back then. I do remember that the what was it? The water looks really great. I do remember that the thing, my god, why do I forget the name? The PSP remake. I think it had a different story from what I remember. I think Dan was actually not a warrior in that one, and he was more or less a coward who was pretending to be a warrior. And he was honored as such a warrior, but in fact he was just a coward who lied constantly and told stories about how he defeated these monsters and all. And as soon as he tries to defeat one of these things for the first time, he dies with a shot into the eye. I think that is like the backstory of the PSP remake. I'm not quite sure how the backstory to the comic will be though. I'm really interested in it because it's by Chris Sorrell, I think. Is it? I think Chris Sorrell, the original creator, is making the comic, but I might be wrong here. It might be that other guy whose name I forget a lot, the artist, Jay Gunn. Jay Gunn? I think it's Jay Gunn. I'm not sure. The reason why I know all of this is because I did a video once of MediEvil. Actually 2 videos. Before the game got announced, I was like asking for a remake, and all of a sudden this remake got announced, like no joke. I remember it like yesterday when I asked for it, and then it came. The trailer fucking came all of a sudden. Actually, I did extensive research for that one video about everything, about the history of the company, about the other games they've made. The guys who made the MediEvil games also made, what was it called? That one game about James Bond, a game where you play like this James Bond fish parody. Wait, is this like a... Am I doing a no-hit run? I'm doing a no-hit run. I just now realized. Ah, that's the shield's life bar. I just now noticed. Oh my god, I get memories of fucking Resident Evil 2 trying to rush through all the zombies without ever getting hit. Oh my god, that was such a nightmare. Resident Evil 2, the remake, was such a nightmare, no joke. But I loved the game. It's one of my favorite PS4 games, definitely. Are you just fucking kidding me? The chat does not... Okay. Do you follow the Bundesliga? It's funny that I read a German word there. But the Bundesliga, it's obviously soccer, football, as I call it actually, because, I mean, you're playing with your feet. It's football for me. Also, I'm European, I don't really play rugby, so... if I follow the Bundesliga, not really. When I watch football, I watch mostly... the WM, the Mastership? Wait, what does the M even stand for? Okay, I either watch the VM or the EM, the European Mastership, I'm just gonna call it. Wow, I did a no-hit run. That's interesting. Sorry. Yeah, I actually do not follow the Bundesliga. I do not follow that because, I don't know, I'm one of those people who prefers to play the sports rather than watching other people play it. But like I said, VWM and EM are two things I do watch from time to time because it does interest me which country plays better soccer, I mean football, than the other. Okay, now we're gonna play the game without any fucking weapons, not even the shield, not even the helmet, nothing. We're just gonna go through. I don't know, I'm making this kind of fun, this little stream, by playing the game, the demo, in so many different ways. It's fun. MediEvil! I love it. All the sounds are there from the PS1 version. It's fantastic. What's your favorite game, Shadow the Ultimate Hedgehog? I mean, I'm asking Shadow the Ultimate Hedgehog. That's what I do. Good, guys. This is the last playthrough I'm doing of this game. I'm just gonna be running around, trying to finish the level. Put that back. Yeah, we can do this little Dark Souls walk here. Great. Anyway, I kind of ran out of topics, to be honest. I guess it's for the better that this is the last walkthrough of the game. I don't know. Whenever I do streams, it takes like an hour or so, then I either lose interest in talking, or I just have no topics to talk about because, I don't know. In general, in real life, I don't even talk that much, like with other people. Whenever I talk with other human beings, I talk about how my species doesn't really talk much. And if you ask, yes, I am an alien from Area 51. I am. Naughty Dog's Crash Bandicoot 2. Yeah, I can see why. It's a really great game. It used to be one of my favorite games back then, but I don't know. I kind of grew tired of Crash recently. I mean, from time to time I do put on Crash of the Titans for some reason. I don't know, for some reason I put Crash of the Titans and Might of the Mutants a lot into my PS2. But Crash to Insanity also. There's something about the PS2 Crash games that is so underrated to me. I think they're very underappreciated and they deserve so much love. I think they deserve as much love as the PS1 Crash games, to be honest. Especially Crash of the Titans. That one is so great. It's so good, I love it. Yeah. I really like Crash of the Titans. But I also love the original Naughty Dog games. What I don't really like too much though is Wrath of Cortex. I don't really like Wrath of Cortex. I can see why many people don't like it. I have my share of reasons why I don't like it. There's countless of problems with this game. Yeah, whoa! But yeah, Crash, like I said, used to be one of my favorite games back then, like the franchise. Especially Crash 2 was really great. But to be honest, I love Crash 2 and 3 equally. They're both really great to me. Two of the best fucking platformers I've ever played! No, I'm kind of stuck here. Shit, I had to use my weapon. Fuck, I did not want to, but I had to. Well, let's try not to use it now. Fuck off. Crash Bandicoot. What I do have to say though, what is still one of my favorite games is Ratchet and Clank. But I don't know, this franchise has been quite silent lately, like really silent. I don't think Ratchet and Clank has ever been this fucking silent before. Wait, let's think about it. During the PS2 era, there was like a game every 2 or 3 years coming out. During the PS3 era, there was like a game every... Well, it was a little different. I think in the PS3 era, the games came out in cycles of 3 years or something. But now it has been, I think, 2014? Now we have 2019. Holy shit! 5 years without a Ratchet and Clank game, and we didn't even get an announcement for a new one. That's insane. I never had to wait this much for a Ratchet and Clank game, no joke. No joke. This is saddening to me, because Ratchet and Clank is my favorite out of the whole PS2 platformer eras. Because Insomniac is my favorite developer when it comes. Well, yeah, sure. I think Insomniac are my favorite developers, Sony developers. Okay, that's also not really true. I think Japan Studios is also very, very good. Japan Studios, Santa Monica Studios. This game is a little slippery from time to time. Interesting. Oddworld Apes Odyssey is another game that I like on PS1. Childhood. I played this game so much. I even played the demo a lot back then. Yeah, Oddworld was really great. And I'm glad that Soulstorm is coming out. A lot of people don't like Soulstorm from the looks of it. Because they say it looks rather... too fun. Which is kind of a stupid statement, to be honest. Shouldn't the game be fun? Yeah, I know, but I think they mean that the atmosphere isn't really atmospherical like the Oddworld games used to be. Which is true. This new game definitely doesn't look that atmospherical. I mean, the first few trailers I've seen of the game did look atmospherical. Because the game looked like a fucking space Auschwitz video game or something like that. Now it looks like a fun 2D platformer with, I don't know, shoot 'em up elements. It looks really fun. Why couldn't this demo be longer? Such a shame. Such a shame. Yeah. MediEvil. This is the last playthrough I'm doing of this final verdict. I think this remake will be fantastic for me personally as a MediEvil fan, as a longtime fan, as somebody who put countless of hours into making videos about the franchise, who put countless of hours into leading a fan page on Amino of MediEvil, who put countless of hours on fan art of the franchise, who put countless of hours into trying to fucking emulate the game on PSP, PC version, and to put countless of hours playing the original demo on the PS1 to get as far as possible, and who played countless of hours of the original game on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, I can only say this is definitely a game I'm 100% approving on. I think MediEvil PS4, or how I'm gonna call it now, MediEvil Re, is fantastic. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait to see the new features they said they're gonna build in. I can't wait to see the new levels, the new assets, anything new they're building in. From what I've seen in the book, I think there's new boss battles. I can't wait to pre-order the game as well, because I'm gonna pre-order it and get the collector's. Well, it's really collector's edition. Yeah, I'm gonna get the limited edition. Let's say like that. I'm gonna get the limited edition. Because I want to have the comic, I want to have the golden armor, I want to have everything that's in there. I just want it. I want it. I could, but I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna get the physical version or the digital, because I think the digital has way more to offer. The physical, the only thing you get is you get like a steelbook, and I really love steel books, but I think I could probably live without it. But getting it on the PSN store, you get like the comic, you get the skin, you get the avatars, you get quite a lot of stuff. And I don't know, I'm really thinking of getting the game digitally. Although I would have much more preferred if the limited edition would have also come out in disc form. But sadly it does not. Original Oddworld was dark, evil atmosphere. The new version is not that dark. Yeah, that's true. But to be quite honest with you, I don't really mind that. I think we had enough darkness in the first two Oddworld games, and a lot of silliness in the third one, and a lot of Western vibes in the fourth one. That it's fine if the Oddworld franchise goes a little different. But anyway, MediEvil. Great remake to MediEvil. Like I said, I 100% approve of this project. It gets my stamp of enjoyability, my thumbs up of greatness, and yeah, perfect game for October. I really can't wait to play it, see everything that's new. I already said all of that stuff. I really hope you guys enjoyed the stream, because I think it was a really fun stream. I never would have thought that I was able to play through this one demo 6 or how many times? 7 or 6 times? And I only really got bored at the 7th time I played it. This probably says so much about the fun factor of the game. It was so much fun to get through the same fucking level 7 times that I had to just do it more and more. Hello Joshua, we're back. What's going on, dude? Yeah, I right now finished the demo the 7th time right now in a row. And yeah, I don't know. If you guys want me to continue the stream, just say it. I'm willing to play this level even 3 times more. I have no problem with that. I'm also willing to, I don't know, play it and listen to the story, read every book in the levels if you guys like. I'm willing to switch language to English for you guys. I'm willing to do all of that stuff, only if you say so. If you don't want me to continue this level 3 times more, just say no. But if you want me to continue the stream, want me to play more of this, say yes. So it's up to you guys. You want to see me play this more or not? I'm waiting for the answer. But so far, when it comes to my overall preview of this, I have to say I am hyped. I feel nothing bad is in this way of this remake, apart from maybe the sales. I think this game is excellent, but I do think it will have problems regarding the sales, because Sony is not doing much marketing for it. There was obviously that one stand on the Gamescom. Sure, that's a thing, and that's obviously great marketing. There's enough people talking about it. There is the demo, this demo that just came out, which is also a huge factor. There were the states of play videos where they talked about this game a couple of times. They showed it on E3, which is also great. They always show it on the front page, also great. But I don't know. They could even do a little bit more. I mean, I think it's good. They do a lot of they do more marketing for this than they did with Sly Cooper 4. Sly Cooper 4 had terrible marketing, in my personal opinion. It took them, I don't know, what was it, 2 months before the release of the game, and that's when we started to see marketing for it? That's really stupid. But MediEvil, on the other hand, I think they learned their lessons when it comes to marketing. They're doing it a little bit better for this game, but it's obviously not enough. I think they could do more marketing so that this game sells enough, so that we fans can get a sequel, probably even a remake of the second game. Who knows? I would be up for that. Although I said before, I don't really want that many remakes anymore. I have to say I would be up for a MediEvil 2 remake. I'm up for that. I have no problem with that. I see nothing harmful about this idea. They could even do it in the same vein as in this one, where they change a lot of graphics, where they put a lot of new stuffs in. Do that. If you want to do that, then do that. It's definitely a great idea. There's nothing wrong with it. There is no problem. I'm up for that. I'm totally in for this shit. If you want me to play the demo, actually, you know what? Since I'm talking so much, I feel like there's a little bit more to say about this game than I first thought, I would say. Anyways, how are you doing, Joshua? We're back.
Vor langer Zeit.
I mean, everything is kind of fine here. It comes down to the narrative, to the graphics, to the animations, to the overall charm. The gameplay is as fun as the original. The camera is better. The small little problems the original had were all fixed within my first playthrough of this demo. That's one of the reasons why I see absolutely no fear in this game. I think it will do fairly well. I just don't think it will be a million seller. Probably not. But enough people remember it so that it probably gets a sequel. I can imagine that. I can definitely imagine that. I don't know, guys. What do you think? What do you guys overall think about this demo? What is your impression of the MediEvil demo? Do you think it looks good? Or do you think it looks kind of terrible, kind of bad? It's not like the original, it's really boring. What do you guys say? I personally think this is by far, at this very moment, next to Resident Evil 2, probably the two best remakes I've played so far. And this is just a demo. It's just that the fun factor is so big. Some games are just really fun to look at. No matter how much I replay this fucking demo, it's not really getting boring per se. I mean, the game is already fun with the animations. I'm having fun by just looking at the damn animations. I don't know why. The gameplay is really great. It's fun. The animations add up to it. They're kind of satisfying to look at. Overall, this game is satisfying to look at. That's all I can say about it. I know this comes off as stupid, but there were Spyro and Crash remakes that came out recently. I think MediEvil is way better than both of them. For the thing, okay, it's probably not fair to say that. I think even that MediEvil had the higher budget. It had the Sony budget, obviously. I mean, it can even afford 60 FPS. Something that Crash and Spyro, for whatever reason, couldn't do. I don't know why. They were not able to make the game 60 FPS. I like Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I think it's really fun. And I had my real fun time with it. I think comparable, if you compare it to Crash and Saint Trilogy, I think Spyro is definitely the winner this time. On the PS1, Spyro was not really the winner. Spyro games had a lot of problems for me. But with the remake, they fixed a lot of the stuff that I really hated about Spyro. With the Crash and Saint Trilogy, in my opinion, they completely fucked up. There were so many things they ruined for me. Crash and Saint Trilogy left such a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not even lying. Crash and Saint Trilogy put a very bad taste in my mouth. And it's not just my mouth. There were many people who say that they think that the Insane Trilogy was really sloppy, poorly made, a little cash grabby. Yeah, I agree. I can totally agree. Then again, it was the first remake of its kind. That's probably why they couldn't really do that much right, because it was the first try. But it did sell really well. And the problem is, that's one of the things I fear. Look at MediEvil. This looks like it had 10,000 times quality control. Crash and Saint Trilogy looks like it had one quality control, and that one wasn't quite 100% alright. So they just fixed a couple of things, and the rest they kind of forgot about. But they didn't want to fix because they had no idea how to. Do I have any problems with the MediEvil demo? Not at all. I'm enjoying it completely. I don't know how the full game is. Maybe the full game is different. Maybe the full game is a little bad. Who knows? Anything can happen. But I kind of doubt it, to be honest. I thought at first, when I heard that the developers were Other Ocean, somebody I have never heard of, it's people who made card games and ports for the fucking PS3 of old games. I thought this game was gonna be crap because of the developers, but I'm wrong. I judged the book too soon by its cover. I shouldn't have done that. And that's the same thing I did with Crash and Saint Trilogy. By looking at the trailers, I thought this was gonna be amazing. This was gonna be the best fucking remakes of all time. I played it, I enjoyed it, but the more I played it, the more I started hating Insane Trilogy. There were so many things wrong. starting off with the art style, I think the game looks uglier than the PS1 versions. I was really blind to love Insane Trilogy this much. I was nostalgia blinded. I was really excited for this game. Then after a couple of months of playing it, I lost my interest. I lost my fun in the game. I lost everything I had for this game. Every good opinion I had for this game was completely gone. It died off like a blossom in the wind. What a stupid term I just used. Anyway, the graphics look good. Crash Bandicoot Trilogy Remake, the graphics were good, but the physics were off from the original. Yeah, another point I wanted to address. I hate the fucking controls. What did they do to them? They were never this fucking terrible. The controls were mostly... they were actually pretty good in the original games. I also think Crash 1 wasn't as bad as people say it. Sure, Crash was a little slippery and buttery, but you could easily get around that shit. But in Crash Insane Trilogy, I had such a hard time controlling that fucker. I had the feeling I had 30% control of the car most of the time. In the original games, I could at least, I don't know, push it up to 90%. Sure, the original first game, Crash had problems with its movement. Sometimes it wouldn't exactly do that what you want to do. But in Insane Trilogy, he did a lot of things wrong. He would land on the platform and all of a sudden just slip from it, fall off from that exact platform where he was standing on. Why? Why? What was the problem in making the physics, in fixing it? Vicarious Visions did so many patches for this game. Not a single one of them even fixed anything. The graphics were still weird. The controls were still shit. Let's just start with the music. The music is hit and miss at best. The remake's music was really hit and miss. You did not even have the option to listen to the original like Spyro Remake had. And I'm not the only Crash fan who has to say that, but the Spyro Remake was better. It's not just an opinion. I think this is... not even objectively. I think this is just the truth we can say here. Vicarious Visions didn't put their full heart, their full soul into the project. They were not fully committed. It all started when they said, we're gonna make it 100% like the original. Number one, that's never a good idea. And number two, that's completely false statement. If it was gonna be like the original, the controls would have been better. The graphics would have been fucking nice. The loading times wouldn't have been such a bullshit. The bugs wouldn't be so much more than in the original. Then we take a look at Toys for Bob, who made the Spyro remake. The first and second in that trilogy. The third one was done by a different developer. But yeah, they did the first and second. What do I notice? They changed some character designs to look cooler and more, a little more. I don't know. What's the right word? Believable, or more logical. Let's say like that. They changed the designs for the better. They gave you the option to listen either to the new soundtrack or the old. Yeah, Josh Mansour's original soundtrack is way better than the remake soundtrack. That is just the truth. It's the truth. It is better. But yeah, like I said, then we get Spyro. And I feel so fucking betrayed the first time I played the Spyro remake. I was just thinking to myself, Why do the Spyro fans get the good remake, but us Crash fans get the absolute pile of shit that is an Insane Trilogy? Why? Why the fuck did we get that? Like, seriously. Why couldn't Crash Insane Trilogy be as fucking nice as the Spyro remake was? Like, no joke, I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. You can't imagine how excited I was for the Insane Trilogy. Only to find out what a piece of mess the game is. I think, in general, when it comes down to disappointments in gaming, then Crash Insane Trilogy was, to me, as far as I can remember, one of the biggest disappointments ever. I don't think I was ever this disappointed at a video game. Sonic Forces, I think Sonic Forces was even better than the Insane Trilogy. Why wouldn't I even say that? Sonic Forces gave you at least some new things to do for the franchise, like create your own character. Yeah, sure, one of the only new things Insane Trilogy did was it let you play as Coco. That's sure, that's fine, that's cool. I have no problem with that, and I think it's cool for the people who like Coco. And it gave you a couple of removed levels and one new level, only one, okay. And Crash 2 didn't even get a new level, I don't know why. I mean, they could have released at least a new level for Crash 2 as well, but instead they decided to make this, I don't know, piss-colored level in Crash Warped. It's in the future apparently. Okay. That level is a fucking mess. I've seen people play it and it looks so fucking messy. It looks like they just threw a bunch of shit they found in the future level together into one and tried to make a level out of it, something new. No, like seriously, the Spyro remake was so much better. The graphics were good, the voice acting was really fun. The gameplay was really good, the controls were super smooth. Sometimes there would be an occasional bug here and there, but it didn't really stop me from really playing the game. It didn't make me rage quit, apart from a small little sections in the game that are in general not really the best when it comes to gameplay design, and it's probably not the developer's fault because these things were problems in the original. Yeah, sure, you could say the same about Crash Insane Trilogy. There were definitely some things that Naughty Dog themselves fucked up. For instance, the first Crash game and its controls. But how the hell can you take something bad and make it even worse? Make it completely fucking retarded. I don't get it. How bad of a developer do you have to be to do this? How bad of a developer do you have to be? I'm sorry to say this, but I'm pretty fucking sure even behavior games would do better than Vicarious Visions. And behavior games are absolute team of fucking morons who can't do a single thing right in their games. People are really excited for that new behavior games. I'm not. Ah, good. Now we're coming back to behavior games. You see, one shitty topic, Crash Insane Trilogy, goes to the next one, behavior games. And I'm ranting about it the whole fucking time. I don't know why. How did I even get to that Crash topic? MediEvil, the remake, that's better than the Crash remake. I'm just gonna say it. Crash Insane Trilogy is and will probably always be my biggest video game disappointment in my whole life. I don't know if there's anything that will ever top it. Maybe if the MediEvil remake at the end turns out to be an absolute pile of shit, which I strongly doubt, because it has Sony quality control. Okay, it probably doesn't mean much because Days Gone is buggy as hell, but who even gives a shit? I think, I don't know, that this first impression I have from the demo is so much better than the first 5 minutes I spent in Crash Insane Trilogy. Just saying. Wait. If Crash 2 had a DLC level, it should have been Crash needed to get a battery of Coco level. Yeah, that would have been a great idea. That would have been something creative and new. But obviously Vicarious Visions does not come up with these kind of things because they're not creative. All they've ever done in their career was doing the same thing as other developers. Oh, we're gonna port Tony Hawk to the GBA because we have nothing better to do. We're gonna port Crash to the GBA because and we're gonna make it exactly like the PS1 games by stealing every fucking asset from these games and making it fit into the GBA. This is what they did. This is what they did their whole life long. Their whole career. I think Vicarious Visions has only done one original game. One original game. It's the only thing they've ever done. Only one. I've never seen a game by them other than that one game I've looked up on the internet. And that looked great. It looked creative. It looked like something they have made on their own. Behavior games. Why are you not doing these kind of things? Why? Why are you not making original game? Okay, I can see. Maybe Activision is forcing you to do all the other things that you're doing currently. But maybe you guys are also just too lazy. Maybe you guys are playing it way too safe so that people don't bash you. I mean, it was so clear as soon as you guys said, we're not gonna change a single thing in Crash Insane Trilogy. We're not gonna add additional things in Insane Trilogy. I mean, at the end you did add Coco as a playable character and a few new levels. But that's it. I mean, you could have, I don't know, broadened the cutscenes in the game from the bosses when you fight with a boss or something like that. You could have made like an introduction animation for the first game before you fight against Koala Kong or something. You would have had a small conversation or something like that. But no, you guys just didn't do that. You didn't really want to expand on the Crash universe. You didn't want it to expand on the story. The guys from Toys for Bob did it completely differently in their Spyro remake. Because they did add additional things onto the game that did major changes to the Spyro franchise. And it was executed well. But no, Vicarious Visions is too lazy for that. And God forbid, I hope Vicarious Visions does never make a Spyro game. Because as a long time Spyro, how should I say, denier is the wrong word, but as a long time person who did not care for Spyro at the slightest, I'm starting to get interested into the Spyro franchise more thanks to the remake. And what did Crash Insane Trilogy do? The exact opposite. It moved me away from the Crash franchise, especially from the original trilogy. I didn't touch any of the PS1 Crash games since the Insane Trilogy. Because it, like I said, it left a very bad taste in my mouth. And I hate the game. I can't understand when people... okay, it's everybody's opinion. But I cannot understand when somebody says they like Insane Trilogy more than the original games. Because I cannot see it. What is better? I don't even think the graphics are that much better. Okay, sure, some things are. The environments do look quite nice. But the character models in Insane Trilogy, I think they look absolutely shit. Some character models look really terrible in my opinion. I don't like how Koala Kong looks like. I don't like how Crash looks like. I do not like how Engine looks like. And Troopy. Any of them. I think they all look crap in that in the remake. A different thing is CTR. CTR did a lot of things right. I think Beanox really put a lot of heart and effort and soul into the project. Comes down to the graphics, comes down to the animation, comes down to pretty much everything. The character models were fixed, they look good. The characters have skins, many skins, that they can wear. This is fucking nice. And I hope to God that concept art I have seen recently of that new Crash game is a real deal, because I would really be happy if Beanox, or was it Toys for Bob? Ah yeah, Toys for Bob it was, would make the next Crash game. I would be happy about it. But sadly it means for Spyro fans they're gonna get an absolute shit show of a game, because I had the feeling that Vicarious Visions would be developing the next Spyro game. I have that weird feeling. If Toys for Bob does Crash, then I'm pretty sure Vicarious Visions will do Spyro. I'm pretty sure they're gonna change it every year or something. Who's gonna develop what? I mean every few years, not every year, of course. Oof. Yeah. There's so much stuff about this whole Crash situation. I don't know. Damn, I remember when I saw the trailer for Crash the Insane Trilogy, I was like the most excited boy on the block. Then I felt super betrayed. It sounds all kind of cheesy and stupid and cringeworthy right now. But I don't know. I don't know, it changed my view on the Crash franchise, that remake. You could kind of say I have enough of the Crash franchise to some extent. That's probably why I don't know, I started to play different games recently. I'm really in love with Bloodborne, or in general with these Souls-like games. I never touched them before, but since I stopped playing Crash Insane Trilogy, I kind of got the interest to try other things, you know? Something different for a change. Maybe something that is good. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm not gonna discourage anybody who wants to try Insane Trilogy. I'm glad the game did well, because if we wouldn't have that game, then we would not have the remake to Nitro Fuel, which in my opinion is a really good remake. There are problems with that thing as well. Yeah, sure, everything has a problem. But as far as gameplay goes, or graphics, or music, or anything like that, or in general direction of the game, I think they did a very good job. There is really nothing wrong with that game. Nothing too extravagant. The only things that are wrong come mostly from the online gameplay of the CTR remake. Oh, I love how the knife is like in the head of the enemy and then it vanishes away. It's kind of nice. And I love small details like that. Small details that you do not get in Crash Insane Trilogy. Small details that for some reason Crash Nitro Fueled has. Because that game has more time and effort put into it than Crash Insane Trilogy. Which just feels, I don't know, taken out of the garbage bin. Or oh, no. The best thing to describe it is, it's an old thing put in the microwave so that people can enjoy that old thing. At least a little bit. While Crash Nitro Fueled and MediEvil here, and Spyro Remake, and Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Metal Gear Solid Remake on the GameCube, they could all be described as old food that is being remade into a new food by adding new additional recipes into that thing, by adding own flavors onto that thing. But you could also say that it's an old recipe modernized with new ingredients. I sound like a cook now, I know. But it all makes sense if you really think about it. If Sony had the balls to buy Crash off Activision, then there would probably be a high chance of Naughty Dog would develop a new game. I doubt that Naughty Dog would even think about developing a new Crash game. These guys are so out of their fucking mind that they're mostly just doing these adult games. They don't even want to do a new Jak and Daxter game. I think if anything, Japan Studios would be a really great developer for a new Crash game. Neck 2 is a fun game, very underrated, and people trash on it for the dumbest of fucking reasons. Only because the first game was, yeah, it was a mess, obviously. But look at Insane Trilogy. That game is a fucking mess and people adore Crash Insane Trilogy. How can that be? How can that be that a game that deserves more, better reviews, like, let's say it like that, a game that deserves a better reputation like Neck 2 gets a worse reputation than the game that has a good reputation like Crash Insane Trilogy that is actually bad? Why is it like that? I don't know. There is no sense in this for me. But it always has been like that. Good games get overshadowed by games that have a specific name on it. Let's say, oh, it's the same with movies. If Disney is in the fucking logo, then it's overshadowing anything else that is in the cinema. Because of that one name that is on there. And it is a sad thing. It's a sad thing. I like the Crash franchise. I really like it. But sometimes the franchise does not deserve all the praise it gets. And sometimes the franchise itself is also being misjudged, like the games like Neck 2, for example. And by that I mean games like Crash Twinsanity, Crash of the Titans, Mind of a Mutant. Games that are really fun. The people put heart and effort into it, but people just see in it a penetration of the franchise. I don't know, I see in it a new take. A brave and bold new take. To make something appeal to other audiences. And there is not a single problem with that I have. No, I think it's good. I think what Radical Entertainment did was good. If they would still be here, then I would wish that they would make a new Crash game. Because I'm pretty fucking sure these guys can come up with way better things other than Vicarious Visions. And they have proven me a couple of times that they can come up with creative ideas. Crash of the Titans itself, say what you want of it, if you're a hater or not, if you don't like the game, at least it's way more creative than whatever Vicarious Visions has done in their fucking life. And that's a fact. Yeah. What a long ass rant. I did not expect I was gonna rant this long about Crash Insane Trilogy. But I don't know what it is with this game. The more I talk about it, the more I hate it. Sometimes I even think, yeah, I would really love to get back to that game, but then I remember the bad times I had with it, and then I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm waiting for the next Crash game. Who gives a shit about Insane Trilogy? And I remember when I had that game, what was it? I think a couple of months later, Neck 2 released. I got that game. And what I immediately did with Crash Insane Trilogy is I sold it. Because Neck 2 was so much more fun. I actually had fun with the game. And the difficulty was fair. It was fair. There were a lot of parts where I did get mad, but at least I know that it was my fault because I didn't press that button fast enough, or I didn't get away from that enemy fast enough, or I was just jumping too dumb, I was being too brave. With Crash, I feel like anything I do is just wrong because the game wants me to believe that anything I do in the game is wrong. jumping, for instance, the physics. They fucking ruin you. They fucking ruin you. Well, this has a dark turn, the stream. We talked about a fantastic remake like MediEvil and Spyro remake, which is a surprisingly fantastic remake, I have to admit, to something that right up, is that the right word? No, that straight up sickens me. Yes, that's the word. And that is Crash Insane Trilogy. Yeah, I'm here's a statement. Not even the Silent Hill HD remaster for the PS3 is as bad as Insane Trilogy. Because at least the core gameplay was still fun. Sure, there were problems with the remasters of Silent Hill, but the core gameplay was fun. I have no problem with the gameplay. Crash Insane Trilogy, it's the gameplay, it's all the other things around it. I'm so sorry for people who like that game, but I just can't enjoy it. Okay, which is also a lie. Here and there I was enjoying the game, but then it was ruined. Every time it's ruined. These broken fucking time trials, the broken fucking jumping mechanics, the new controls for the vehicles, the weird graphics and stupid character models, the fucking dumb decision to not switch to the original soundtrack. Nah. You know what? Let's end this in a different way. MediEvil is coming in 1 month exactly, if I'm correct, because today is the 35th, I think. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. Today is the 25th. That means, wait a minute. Yeah, pretty much. MediEvil will come in a month. Go get that game. Please, if you see the stream, go get that game instead of Crash Insane Trilogy. MediEvil deserves all the attention and money from you. And look, the game isn't expensive. It's just 30 euros. And the limited edition is just 40. That's a fair price. And the game is relatively long if you don't know what to do. If you know what to do, it's also long, because it still takes some time to finish everything. But that's something different. All in all, MediEvil is a great remake. I can already see it from this demo. The developers were smart enough to even release the demo. They were smart enough to release the demo. Because, I don't know, they didn't do that for the other remakes I've played. They probably just wanted people to buy it straight away. Because the people are dumb enough to buy it. Which is true, I was dumb enough. But here, the developers actually thought, hey, let people judge if they're gonna buy the game or not. Maybe they will like it. Maybe they will like the demo. If they like this remake, they're gonna get it. If not, they're just gonna stick to the old one. And that's clever. You know what? That's the end here. MediEvil remake. Get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. I will get it, you should get it, we all should get it, your grandma should get it. Fantastic game. I can see this being a game of the year. Top 10. Top 10. It's gonna be in the top 5, definitely. I'm gonna say it's gonna be in the top 3 spot, somewhere in the top 3 spot, for me personally, because it's kind of hard to put it anywhere. That I can't exactly tell if I'm gonna put it in top 1, because there are a lot of great games that came out this year. I played Judgment, for instance. I played Torchlight 2 for instance. Then this game is gonna come out soon. Death Stranding is also gonna come out. It's hard for me to choose between all of these games for the best spot of the best game. Because they're all so fucking great. And I'm pretty sure all of them have way more time and effort put into that than... Oh, well, you know. A Crash and Sane Trilogy. Okay, but enough of that. I hope you had fun with this stream. I did have fun. For everybody who's still there, thanks for watching. Thanks for surviving my rant and for listening to my rambling all the time. I hope you had fun with this stream. I definitely did, and I hope I see you guys the next time. Oh yeah, this is, by the way, my stream. This is like one of the streams that I didn't expect I was gonna do. It came out of nowhere. I did not plan to stream anytime soon. Then this came out, and it made me like streaming again, because for 4 months I haven't been doing anything on YouTube. Nothing. Nada. Niet. But this game really made me stream, and this stream really made me enjoy streaming. And I hope that in the future I will stream more again. Hopefully MediEvil, when it comes out, I will stream the full game. That would be really great. I'm definitely planning on doing that. Maybe I will stream some other game soon or later. At some point I should definitely stream again, because streaming is really fun. I still didn't finish Bloodborne. I should definitely stream that again. There's some people who really want to watch me play that. And yeah. Anyways, thanks for being here. And yeah, Shadow, that's great that you're gonna buy the game. I promise you're not gonna do a wrong buying. Is that the real word? Or you're not gonna regret it, let's say that. Anyways, thanks for joining my stream, dude. And everybody else who was there before. I see you all in the next stream, which I don't know when it's gonna be, but when there is one, I will most likely announce it on Twitter, on Discord, anywhere I am. Not on YouTube, because people don't really watch the videos, so it's gonna be on Twitter probably, and Discord. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Have a good day.